Hello from VoiceOver Leia. This is my travel outfit for the day. I also always make sure to travel in super comfy stuff. I made some coffee before we left, and at around 7:15 we embarked on our 6-hour journey to Berlin. The train ride went really well. We all managed to get some work done, and at around 2 p.m. we arrived at the hotel and we wanted to check in, but we had some initial issues. I won't get too much into detail about it, but trust bad reviews, y'all. Long story short, we were all just very exhausted after having been awake for about 8 hours, and then, you can see what happens here, but, yeah. At some point we managed to get to a room and got ready for the first event, which some friends from the industry invited us to. This was my makeup look for the evening. The event was about a 15-minute walk away from the hotel, which was really great because we really enjoyed time outside, and it was an award ceremony for the best location, which our hometown was also nominated for the film Cranko. It was a really wholesome event where we also had the chance to network with a few people afterwards at a really cool restaurant. It was a really nice place to connect, and they also offered food and some drinks. At some point we were all super tired and went back to the hotel to get some sleep. Day 2 was our busiest day. We grabbed breakfast at our local bakery and then had one meeting in the morning and another one at around noon. The second meeting was at this really cool cafe where I used some time to edit a video and to read a little bit. The coffee I had was delicious, and in Berlin I actually went through with my plan of reading one book a week, but more of that in my future vlogs. And then afterwards we went to meet up again with the same group from the previous night.
The sun is shining. Oh yeah, baby.
It was a reception of the Mallorca Film Festival, which was held at a really pretty cafe as well. They told us a lot about their program, and it is super interesting as they have a strong cinematography focus and also different events for screenwriters. And after that we went to get some groceries and afterwards left to watch a movie, and the film was called Lesbian Space Princess, and it was probably one of my favorite film festival films of all time.
The Lesbian Space Princess, the world premiere. It's my honor, my privilege, and I'm so excited to introduce you to these two amazing directors. So Emma Hugh Hobbs and Lila Fagies.
To our surprise, we ended up going to the world premiere of the film, which was super cool. And what's also super nice as well is that at festivals, the directors and producers of the film also offer to answer questions after the viewing, so that was a great ending to a very long day. On Wednesday, I had work in the morning, and then afterwards got ready for the reception of the MFG Baden-Württemberg. At around 4 p.m. we left the hotel and were on our way. You can also roughly see what I'm wearing. I was actually planning on wearing a really nice dress, but that broke last minute and I was very sad. But this is your sign to pack extra clothing when you're going to a really important event in case something like that happens to you. This is also an award ceremony for a screenwriting award, which is super exciting. Here we also met some familiar faces and the girls group from the previous 2 days, and also connected with new people. They also offered delicious drinks and food and had a nice jazz band playing. It was definitely a lot of fun catching up with some of our friends from the industry and also to meet a few new ones. And at around 1 a.m. in the morning, we went home. The last 2 days were super chill. Here I'm trying to upload my last video that you saw. I again had work in the morning, and then later we got ready to be productive at a cafe. Also, getting work done is much easier when you feel cute doing it. And this is the cafe that we went to. It was literally on the other side of the street. And here I'm trying to figure out my term paper and a screenplay idea that I had, and then later we went to Five Guys for lunch. Going to Five Guys kind of became a ritual for us since last year that was also the first thing that we went to on the first night that we were in Berlin, and what can I say? It's just fantastic food. And later on we decided to do some sightseeing because you don't really get to see a lot of the city when you're out on events. But on that day we had a lot of time, which was really cool, and here we are approaching the Brandenburger Tor, which I have never seen in person, so this was kind of surreal because you only see this in pictures and then you're actually there, so that was kind of nice. Here we were walking through a park and the ground was completely icy. In the evening we met up with an old friend and grabbed sushi, and the place that we went to is entirely vegan, and this was some of the best sushi that I've ever had. Here are also 2 pictures of the food, so if you're ever in Berlin, this is definitely your place to go. We also went to see a movie afterwards, but we unfortunately didn't end up liking it, but this is a selfie that we took and we looked very cute. On the last day we had absolutely nothing planned, no events, so I got some work done in the morning and later started packing. We all basically used the last day to just chill or read or work on our individual projects and basically got ready for departure. We also tried to reschedule our train since we didn't have any events planned. But the trains were way too expensive to reschedule them, so for the evening we just decided to treat ourselves and get some Thai food. Melina also lent me her coat, which gave me the biggest confidence boost of all time.
I'm a whole new person.
This is also some of the food that we had, which was absolutely delicious. I didn't have time to film much the last day because we were in quite a hurry, but we got kebab again, and Berlin kebab is something else. You cannot go to Berlin without getting kebab. And in the afternoon we went home, we got the train at 4:30 and we arrived in the evening. Hello from future Leia, it is April 7th. It took me a while to edit this vlog because we came home and life just happened right away. There was so much stuff to take care of pretty much right after we came home, but we arrived safely. I think we had about an hour delay when we came home, but it was all good. My mom made some really awesome food and I had a great sleep. But overall, Berlin was a lot of fun. We had the best time this year with some of our friends from the industry, especially we were just surrounded by this girls group the entire time, which was really nice. You can also definitely check out our Instagram highlights about how Berlin was, and then you'll see a bit more of what we did. And it was also a complete contrast to how last year went, because last year we were so scared of everything. We didn't really know how to navigate ourselves at a film festival. Where to go to we didn't know. Half of the people we know today, so a lot happened in a year. So we're all very proud of ourselves. And most of all, I think we were all a bit scared to go to Berlin because last year we got really sick when we came home. We all had a stomach bug, which was horrible to say the least. So this year we were spared of that experience. But yeah, overall we had a great time, us 3 girls. We laughed a lot and we were just happy to be surrounded by so many women in film, so that meant a lot to us. And yeah, it was a very positive experience this year, especially just feeling more familiar with everything. Yeah. And I'll go ahead and edit everything that happened after Berlin now because there's a lot to catch up. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little film festival diary, and I'll see you in the next one. Although I don't know when that'll be exactly, but I'll keep you posted. Bye!